Hello everyone, welcome back to programmingpython.com. I'm back with another video. Here in this video, I'll tell you how to print the pattern of letter Y. In the previous videos, I've told you how to print the patterns up to letter X. Here it's time for letter Y. I'll also keep all the previous videos playlist in the description. I'll pin it in the comment box and also in the I button in the right corner of this video. So make sure you click that I button for all the previous videos up to letter X. So this is the pattern of letter Y I'm going to print, guys. So let's assume the size as 6. Here in this program explanation, I'm taking the size statically, but while I go into my PyCharm IDE where I code this program, I'll take the input from the user. Based upon that size, this size of this letter will vary. So these are all rows, these are called columns. So first I'll loop this rows and columns. For R means rows, in range S is the size. For C in range, yes, C is for columns, R is for rows, so I loop rows and columns. So now I need to make conditions to print this slanting line, and this is also slanting line but up to half. If you see the previous letter X, that is similar. If you have two slanting lines, here also we have the same conditions, but this will be only up to half. So let me write those conditions. Here, if you see here, this is 5 and this is 0. 0 plus 5 is 5. 1 and 4. 1 plus 4 is 5. 2 and 3. 2 plus 3 is 5. Here 3 and 2. 3 plus 2 is 5. 4 and 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 and 0. 5 plus 0 is 5. So I'll write that condition if row plus column equal to S minus 1. That is the size. I have taken size as 6 as it starts from 0. So S minus 1. That is one condition. And this is other condition. If you see, row is 0, column is 0. Row is 1, column is 1. Row is 2, column is 2. That is the condition for this slanting line. Row equal to column. And there is also one more condition. It is only up to half. So I'll write that condition. And row less than S by 2. So these are the two conditions. Where for the first condition for printing this complete slanting line, and the second condition is to print slanting line up to half. So in these cases we'll print stars, and other cases and all other remaining cases I'll print spaces. So if these two conditions are met, I'll print. So I'll print star, and here I gave it n as space. By default print takes n as new line. So if I don't specify anything, it will print star and go to the new line, which we don't want. We have to print star and stay in the same iteration, stay in the same line until the one iteration is completed. So I have given end as star, end as empty here. So in else condition, I'll just print spaces. So here in these two conditions, I'm printing stars, and on all other cases, I'll print spaces. So after this complete first iteration, you have to go to the next line. For that, after this first for, I'll print an empty print so that it will go to the next line. So guys, this is how we can print a pattern of letter Y. So now I go into my PyCharm IDE, code the same program, see the output. So I'm in my IDE, guys. Here in this video, I'll tell you how to print the pattern of letter Y, which I just discussed in the whiteboard. So as usual, as I said, I'll take the size from the user, input, enter any size. I'll also cast this to integer. So now I'll make a little condition, like if size is less than 8, I'll prompt the users to enter a size which is minimum of 8. This has nothing to do with the pattern I'm going to print. This is just for the output sake, as bigger letters looks more reasonable than the smaller letters. So here in else, I'll print the actual pattern. I'll create a function and call that, and I'll take this size as the input for that. So now I'll copy this, go here, create a function. So as I said, we need two for loops for row in range. One for loop for rows and one for loop for columns. For row in range of n, for column in range of n, So we have two for loops, one for rows and one for columns, and I'll write an if condition where all the conditions reside. So printing stars. So now I'll print the pattern. Print stars. As I said, and would be empty or space, because by default print takes /n, that means new line, as end parameter for print. So I don't want that, so I'll give either space or empty. So here in else condition I'll print spaces. So here after the first iteration I need a new line, so I'll print an empty print here. So now let's write these conditions here. As I said, for letter Y we need just two conditions, one complete slanting line and one slanting line which is off. So let me write that: row plus column equal to n minus 1. This is one condition which we need a full line, or another condition which we need off: row equal to column, and row should be less than n by 2. So now let's check this. Now let's check this and see whether we are able to print the pattern of letter Y which we wanted. So let me run this and give a size of 9. You see we can able to print this letter Y. Let me go with the bigger numbers. You can see this is the Y we wanted. So that's how you can print the pattern of letter Y. Hope you like the video, guys. If you like it, please consider subscribing to my channel, programminginpython.com. Also share these videos with your friends who might feel these videos helpful. I will also post the GitHub link in the description, also the blog post in the description, and also some other useful links. So make sure you're also looking at the description of this video. I will be continuing this pattern series up to letter Z. So stay tuned for all those patterns. See you in the next video. Bye bye.